Hello there, hi, good afternoon, how you doing? It's Jim. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. We are listening to music, and today is Thursday. It's a return of the theme songs theme. So this has been sent to me by Tony Grinney, who has jumped on this with gusto. No pun intended. And we have got 7 tracks that are wind related, wind in the title. Wind in the title of every single one. I think I know 2 of these really well. The others, not so much. One of them I think I know a bit. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. It's quite old school, this. It's quite old school. Let's go. So we're going to start off. This is Cat Stevens with a track called The Wind. 3, 2, 1, go.
I listen to the wind of my soul.
I don't know any Cat Stevens at all.
Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I've sat upon the setting sun, but never, I never wanted water once. Never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I've swam upon the devil's lake, but never, I'll never make the same mistake. No, never.
I think there's a few of these going to be a bit like this. Perfect for a Sunday morning. Newspaper, cup of coffee. Sitting outside if it's warm enough. There's a long bit at the end there, nothing's happening at all. So this is actually part of the track, the last 10 seconds. Right, this is Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, Against the Wind. Don't know this at all.
Seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Jane, it was lovely, she was the queen of my night.
Got a bit of a country
There
vibe
in the
to it.
darkness with the radio playing low, and the secrets that we shared, mountains that we moved, caught like a wildfire out of control, till there was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me, how she swore that it never would end. I remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We were young and strong, we were running against the wind.
This is all very nice, isn't it?
And the years rolled slowly past, and I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers I thought were my friends. I found myself further and further from my home, and I guess I lost my way. so many roads. I was living to run and running to live. Never worried about paying or even how much I owe. Moving 8 miles a minute for months at a time. Breaking all of the rules that would bend. I began to find myself searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind.
Very countrified.
Against the wind. I found myself seeking shelter against the wind.
Could make some sort of weird, very naughty joke about that word, countrified. Straightforward drum pattern I think I've ever heard. Does the job. Kind of go almost like a sort of a Neil Youngy, sort of Cosby, Stills, Nash sort of vibe to it, isn't it?
Still running against the wind, running against the wind, running against the wind, against the wind. See the young man run against the wind. Watch the young man run against the wind. Watch the young man running against the wind. Now they're running against the wind.
It reminds me of a much more modern band. It's actually my friend played in it, called Grand Drive, and they were a sort of an Americana band. And they sounded very much like this. Had no reason or no right to sound like this at all. It came from South London, but they were fantastic. I need to listen to some of them. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. Very, very. I don't know, just sort of really sort of a lovely laid-back sort of country vibe. This is Kansas. Dust in the Wind. This is a very, very nice little mix, this. It's really, as I said, it's a proper Sunday morning cup of coffee, chill out vibe.
Crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind.
so delicate and almost ethereal. It's beautiful. Blowin' in the wind.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
I do believe this is the first time that we've had any of his royal bobbiness on the channel.
Yes, and how many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
I wonder who owns this now. He's famously sold his entire catalogue, didn't he? A year or so ago.
Yes, and how many
I suspect this will be blocked
must
because
a
of that.
man get up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Bob Dylan. Right. Next up, this is Donovan. It's all very very chilled and laid back, isn't it? It's a very acoustic mix. This is Catch the Wind.
I want to be in the warm heart of your love and mine, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
I don't think I've ever heard any Donovan before.
When sundown pales the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile, and everywhere I'd look, your eyes would find. For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing. 'Twould make me sing. But I may as well try.
It's interesting. I'd have thought songs about wind would be a bit more sort of action-packed, if you think, if you will. Maybe there's sort of invoking the sort of mere sort of gentle breeze.
When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears, to help me to leave all my blues behind. For standing in your heart is where I want to be and long to be. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
not a fan of the mouth organ. Really, harmonica.
I bet I may as well try and catch the wind.
There. Goodbye, Donovan. And hello to Grace Slick. She of Jefferson Airplane, I believe. This is called Face to the Wind.
Too much of life has fallen through my hands. I pray the Lord I get another chance to face the raging storm and test its hands. Face to the wind.
It's got a very different feel to it from the previous 5 tracks.
Too many hours making future plans, afraid to gaze upon the dealer's hand. But you know he's due to call, so make your stand.
hello.
Face to the wind.
A much needed injection of energy, I think.
Like a boat upon the river, swept drifting out to sea. I cast my fate to the wind, and the storm hangs like a dagger to cut me in the heart, but still I stand. Face to the wind, face to the wind, face to the wind, face to the wind. There's a guiding light, a lantern burning bright to light my way. And a demon daring me to look him in the eye, straight in the eye, straight in the eye.
Nice.
Like a boat upon the river, swept drifting out to sea. I cast my fate to the wind, and the storm hangs like a dagger to cut me in the heart, but still I stand. Face to the wind, face
Great song.
face to the wind, face to the wind.
Nice. A second solo. really like this. I really like this a lot. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love that. Grace Slick. I need to investigate, I think. I don't know any of her stuff at all as a solo artist. You knew this was coming, didn't you? Is there anyone on the planet who has not heard this song? The Wind of Change. The Scorpions.
Follow the Moskwa down to Gonky Park, listening to the wind of change. An August summer night, soldiers passing by, listening
Great
to
voice.
the wind
Really good voice.
of change. The world is closing in. Did you ever think that we could be so close, like brothers? The future's in the air, can feel it everywhere. I'm blowing with the wind of change. Take me to the
Lights is in the air.
of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. Walking down the street, distant memories are buried in the past forever. I follow the Moskwa down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change.
Other than its ubiquity and sort of general, everybody knows it, it's actually quite a good song, this, isn't it? A really good song. Because it reminds me ever so much of some White Snake as well, from the same sort of era.
Tomorrow, dream away in the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the face of time, like a storm wind that will ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. Play your ballad like I sing what my guitar wants to sing.
when you live through a period of time, I mean, the 1980s, it's very, you don't really sort of notice the sound at the time, or you don't sort of think about it so critically, but this is very rooted in the 1980s.
You get an appreciation of our world is a beautiful place, and we do need to take care of it.
Oh, that was. There we go. And so what I mean by that is that's got a very, very late 1980s production aesthetic to it, with the absolutely pristine Roland D50 synth sounds and the gated massive drum sound and just the hugeness of it, and a very, very honed radio friendly track. It's just really good. It's really good. It's not one I listen to very often, but it's one that I have listened to a lot because, as I say, you just can't get away from that song at one stage, at one time. It's everywhere. And the Blowin' in the Wind, the Bob Dylan track, of course, I don't know when I ever first heard that, but I think it's one of those things I've known about almost forever. It's a song. But the others there, not so much. I don't know if I've heard the Kansas one, Dust in the Wind. I think it might be one that we've actually had on the channel, but it's been a while ago, so I don't specifically remember it. But certainly Cat Stevens, I've never heard any Cat Stevens before. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, nope. Donovan, definitely not. And Grace Slick, I didn't realise she even had a solo career outside of Jefferson Airplane. So that's interesting to me. I really like that track as well. That's very, very cool. Very cool. So there we go. There's a little theme song mix for you about the wind, courtesy of Tony Grinney. Thank you so much, Tony. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and anyone else that's listening to this has enjoyed it as well. I look forward to seeing you on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim, over and out.